So this is at the start. We're starting from here. I'll walk you down through the church car park and we'll start just around here, and you run off over the fields. This is on the Harrogate Ringway. When you get to this bit by the tree or bush, you go straight across the path in the middle, not round to the right, but straight across the muddy bit in the middle. You just need to be careful because that first section is muddy at the moment and quite slippery and greasy, so it'll be a fun start, perhaps not the fastest start ever. But coming to the end of the first field, there's a gate and we go across the next field to some woods. Here we go, through here. Somebody's left the gate open, I shall shut it. Oh no, I won't, because the catch is broken and missing. Fair enough. Right, out into this field, and I'm afraid the bogginess doesn't get any better, but you're going straight across. So as we get to the end of that field, you can hear the main road ahead. We're not going to go up to that yet, but we need to turn, we need to go through, well, we need to get down here and turn left. But we actually go through this gate here. So you need to sort your positions out by the time you get here. There's a gate coming out here, and this is the Ringway footpath, as you can see. And it leads along here, which is probably really a single track. You're not going to be able to overtake or anything along here. So like I say, those first 2 or 3 fields are there for you to establish your race positions. Because you probably won't be able to have another chance for another quarter of a mile or so. Punk Panther Endurance Events introduces a new discipline, hurdles. Here we go, a nice fallen tree. You can go around it up to the top if you want, but it's probably easier just to climb over it. There we go. Or if you're at the front of the pack, you're particularly fast, you can always try jumping it. Probably not to be recommended though. So at the end of that footpath, the Ringway footpath drops down and over that bridge there and up the other side. And then that footpath bends round and comes to a road, and we follow that road down to the main road, turn left and cross. This is Stone Rings Lane. At the end of Stone Rings Lane we turn left and we go along Fulwith Mill Lane opposite. So we need to cross and turn right. Be very careful crossing this road, it's the main road into Harrogate. So as you cross over the main road, look for Fulwith Mill Lane. It's the left turn and then it's the first right immediately, and then carry on along to the end of this road. As you come to the end of the road, turn off to the left. There's Harrogate Ringway signs. Most of the course has got them on. Showground, Hornbeam Town Centre. We're off down here. So at the end of that road, well, it goes into a track through a gate, and then out to the end of the road. Again, following the Showground Town Centre. Turn left, cross over, and you see signs again pointing you off to the right and down this road here. And when that road bends round to the left, we carry straight on along this path. Again, the signs don't say Harrogate Ringway here, but we're on it still. That goes into the agricultural showground, Harrogate Show and all of that. We're avoiding that and going into this area here. I think it's Crimple Valley. When you're coming downhill, ignore the little path off to the left, hug the field to the right and the fence on the major path, and stay on this public footpath here, the big one. Then as you follow that footpath by the field, see the viaduct over there. Footpath turns left unless you want to go for a swim, and over this little bridge and continue on. And at the end of that little path we come out to a field, river's still on our right, come out and then follow around the right hand side of the field towards that viaduct there. And when you're in the field, avoid the hard standing path that goes up into the showground. We want to be on the smaller track right next to the river, and we'll come to the end of this in a moment. And at the end of that path we come to a little bridge to the right, which we don't take because that's private property. Go straight across through this little gate, and don't go under the reservoir, under the viaduct. Just keep going straight on with the viaduct to the right. And then towards the end of the viaduct we've got a short, sharp climb, and now we go underneath the viaduct to the right on this path. Follow it round to the left. So as you come through under the viaduct, don't go up there, up left, and don't drop down into the woods, just keep straight on this track here. We go across a field. You can see here there's a gate there, a lock gate with a stone stile to the left hand side, and then you can sort of see the route across this field. There's a little bit of a ridge and it's slightly worn, and so you go across, and about 2/3 of the way across you bend to the right, and as you come across that field, at the end there's a wooden stile crossing over, and carry straight on up a very small incline, follow the path round, and we come to a gate, and this is Crimple Lane, and stay on Crimple Lane to the end. At the end of Crimple Lane, turn left and go out to the main road where you're turning left. It's only really busy this morning because I'm doing this on a weekday in the rush hour. So at the end of this road we turn left onto the main road. This is where we come off the ringway. It would go right, but it's really grotty running down a grass verge which is pitted and boggy, so we go this way. It also means that in a short while we get to the Sainsbury's, and there's a pedestrian crossing there, and we cross at that pedestrian crossing. So here we are at the Sainsbury's. When I said pedestrian crossing, it's more of a there's traffic lights, and there's it's not exactly a pedestrian crossing, but there is a traffic island and it is at lights, so it's a much safer place to cross. And don't be tempted to cross much earlier because there isn't a footpath on this side of the road until then. Anyway, once you're through those traffic lights, you're carrying on the other side of the road, just passing Sainsbury's, and there's a sign there saying Household Waste and Recycling Centre, and that's where we're going. Not that any of you are waste and we're going to recycle you, but if we just hop across here, there's a park round the back of it. There we go. We can see the park through there. So off into Stonefall Park. I think this is a nicer way to go than the Harrogate Ringway at this stretch. There is a bit of road, unfortunately, but staying that close to Harrogate, that is expected. So when you get to this sort of split, we go round to the right, and that path winds along through the woods and brings you down to a little T-junction, the cycle lane, joining from the right, and we go left and out to the main road and turn right. Coming up here is where the course is split. The half marathon turns left on Crossways Drive, and it's important that everybody else carries on because they're going straight across at that mini roundabout there. So on the 20-mile course and the ultra, the end of Hookstone Chase at the mini roundabout, go round to the left. There's a second mini roundabout. We're going right on that one along Forest Moor Lane, and you need to be on the left hand side of the road because there isn't a footpath the other side, and carry along this for a while. It's a long old way down here. We've got to Knaresborough already, and we'll be turning off left shortly. And whilst the end of the road is in sight, we don't quite get there because we turn left on this public footpath down here, and this is actually the ringway. Sorry, we were back on the ringway at the roundabout back there. It's probably the worst section of it. It's quite a long drag on that road, but you need to get from Harrogate to Knaresborough so that we can go and do the bits in the lovely mid valley. So at the end of that lane there's one last bungalow on the left, but the footpath stays to the right of that, and there's a little kissing gate here to go through, and then carry on down the side of the field to the left. So at the end of that field, this is where the course is split. The 20 mile goes off to the right to do a little loop, and the 34 mile goes off to the left to join the Knaresborough round. So at the end of that field, just after the split, tree to your right, nice boggy bit here, and a stile into the next field. You can see we're on the footpath there, right across. And keep going with the hedgerow on your right, so keep to the right hand side of this field. And then at the end of that field we're going straight on just for a little bit through this nice wet stuff. Please keep the footpath, we will, as it bends round to the right. It's slightly different to the OS map, so just be aware of that. The OS map had you coming down the other side, but it's very clearly signed that you should be doing it this way. And as you come along here, it bends around to the left. Just stay on this footpath in this field. There we go. And as we come to the corner of the woods, it's interesting because OS Maps had us going the other side of that hedgerow. They also had us going through those woods, but you clearly can't get into them. So it's one of those questions where OS Maps is just slightly out. So we'll continue along the side of the woods and see where that gets us. I've only ever done this course in the other direction. That's why I'm just a little bit unfamiliar with it coming this way. But I can see a gate ahead which looks good to me. So all good, I got it right, which is comforting. Hopefully it'll all be clearly taped for you on race day. Here we go. Another little wooden stile into the woods and bear round to the left. Just keep following the footpath round. So at the end of the path at the bottom, we turn left on the Ringway footpath, and as we go down here, we're going to go across a bridge over the River Nid, but there's no footpath on this side. It's probably a little bit dangerous to cross just at the moment, but cross when you can. Just after the bridge, look for the sign to the left saying Waterside and P, and we turn left and go all the way along Waterside to the end. As you come up from Waterside, there's a pedestrian crossing. If you use that and then turn left and go over the bridge. As we've crossed the road, come away from Mother Shipton's Cave, we come down here and we follow this cycleway, the Foolish Wood Trail. Oh, well, that says it all, doesn't it? Follow this along here until we get to a little beck. As we carry on down that track, cross a little beck, don't take that one off to the right, and don't go up the carry on the track there. Go up this footpath here, which is the Ringway footpath, and go uphill to the end. As you come up to the end of that path, we then carry on the Ringway and go to Starbeck Bilton, and we go up this, over this cattle grid and up that track right to the end. So at the end of the footpath you come out, and the checkpoint will be around here somewhere, probably either there or just up there on the left. So coming along Bilton Lane, look for the footpath off to the right for the Harrogate Ringway and Knaresborough round, and it's just through here, little gate to the side of the big one and down the track. At the end of that footpath, go across a little wooden stile into the Nid Gorge, and then at the end of that little track we're going into the Nid Gorge, which is the most gorgeous part of the route. Sorry. And over this little wooden stile and into the woods. Follow this footpath, Nid Gorge, South Bank footpath, all the way down. Don't take any side turns, go all the way down it until you get to, and it'll take you to a footbridge over the Nid. We don't take that, but that's where the ultra marathon will join you later. Just a quickie, we're down at the River Nid, which at the moment is in full flow. Won't come up as high as this, I don't think, but it's getting quite close to the footpath. But we follow this round until we get to the footbridge. This is where the ultra marathon course joins from North Bank Car Park, coming over that bridge, and so both short courses now join and go the same way for the rest of the event. So you're just going along here, just waiting to be explored. There you go. And we're following along by the River Nid, which is very full at the moment and quite spectacular in parts. Just carry along on this for the time being. Just as you're getting along the Nid Valley, there's a footpath off to the right which looks a little bit sketchy, but that's the way we're going. That way takes you out into the open and isn't the right way, so we're going down here. And at the bottom of that little short stretch we turn left, go over a little footbridge down by the River Nid again, and just follow the footpath round, and we stay close to the River Nid. And as we go along the River Nid, footpath joining from the left, we're going straight across that boardwalk. As you're coming round, probably about 2/3 of the way through the Nid Valley, there's a footpath up to Milderness Lane and Bilton. We're not taking that, we're carrying on towards the viaduct, Nidderdale Greenway and Ripley. When you get to this bit where it says River Viaduct and Riverside turn right, that's what we want to do. Don't go up that little hill there, we're going round to the right. And down to the river again, and follow it round. So this course brings you underneath this magnificent viaduct, the Nid Valley Viaduct, and we're not in the Nid Valley for much longer, but it's quite impressive. Come underneath this is the old railway line. There is actually a footpath above it, and one year we did have to use part of that because this section was closed due to tree fall, but it's all been cleared away now, so all good. So just after the viaduct we're heading off up You can't really get through there, there's a little bit of a track, but don't try it. We're going up these steps with a fence to our right. Nice steps to run up, here we go. I much prefer uphill than downhill with my knees. When we get to the top, some nice crags. We carry on with the fence on our right. Now then, the footpath does carry round by the fence, but there's a bit of a shortcut where we can cut off a little bit of a corner, go up this bank. You can go around that way if you want, but it's a little bit less used. It's up to you. It's one of those things where it's as broad as it's long, but we'll go up this little bit here to the top, then across and rejoin that path in a moment. So at the top of that little slope there's a fork. Don't go left, go right, so we can get round to meet that path, which is just round here. So that's one of the bits where the path comes up. That's the fence that you were following, and I think you can still get through that bit. If not, you come up that bit and it comes out to here, and that's where we rejoin it. And there's some woods off to the right. As you can see, we're on the Harrogate Ringway, so we carry on, ignore all the paths off, just keep on the main one and go out this way. You've got a little bit of broken fence on the left. So as we leave the Nid Gorge, come to the end of that path, and there's a crossroads, and we're going straight on, which then bends round to the right and goes past a fallen tree. Comes to a bit of a sort of gateway, and public footpath is the one off to the right, is the one that we take. There's a sign there for the Harrogate Ringway again, but we turn right and carry on down this footpath behind the houses. That footpath comes out into a green space, and as we come to the end of that little green space, we cross a little road and carry on the footpath opposite, again clearly marked, the Harrogate Ringway, and carry on with some allotments off to the left. At the end of those allotments we get to Knox Country Park. We keep going straight on the main path, which bends round to the left. Don't go sort of straight on slightly to the right, bend round to the left. Then as we come to a pylon, don't take the road off, the path off to the left into the estate. Keep round to the right to the pylon and to a grassy area. Just stay on this hardened path, go around and keep going along through this little field. And at the end of that little field, welcome to the Nid Gorge sign, Ringway footpath, and we're coming out into a housing estate, leaving Knox Country Park. And as we come up that little road, take the first right, which is Old Trough Way, and stay on Old Trough Way all the way out to the end of the road at a T-junction and turn right. So at the end of Old Trough Lane, so at the end of Old Trough Way, footpath sign there with the Ringway going round to the right, and this road sort of comes to an end here and it becomes more of a track, less of a public road. We carry on down here. At the end of that road it becomes a footpath for a short while. Carry on that footpath to the end and then turn left. And we're going over Sprucedy Bridge. There we go, ancient pack horse bridge. All the history about it there. Fairly full of water here at the moment. And onto Knox Mill Lane and turn left. So at the end of Knox Mill Lane we're going to cross the A61, so be careful here. We're crossing on the right hand side of Knox Mill Lane, and we're going down that road opposite. As you can see, it's public footpath only, and it's the Ringway footpath, so it's all very well marked again. Then at the end of that short road, the footpath goes off round to the left, and down this track and carry on going along this track for a while. When you get to the first farm on this track, it's obvious, but the footpath diverts round to the right around it. There are signs. So as we come round that farm, Grange Farm, we turn right and continue out to the A59. So as we come out to the A59, you can see the Ringway footpath signed off to the right. If I make it quickly, I should be able to just cross the road. There we go. Turn right, and then the Ringway's off to the left in a moment. So here's another little cut through. The footpath is actually just up there to the left, although the signs have been disappeared. But if you cut through this little bit here, with the school to the left and the beck to the right, it's actually marked as a footpath, and it means you cut off two sides of a triangle, so you might as well come this way. When you get out to the little footpath going into the school, turn right, that other footpath would have brought you out over that little bridge there, but it'll take you all the way round. So we turn left here and follow this footpath up with the houses to the left and the I wonder if the beck's behind there. Anyway, a bit of sort of scrubland to the right, and we carry straight on up. So at the end of that path we come to a pedestrian crossing, and this is where we cross and carry on, go left and on the footpath on the other side. There we go, and again we're still marked for the Ringway footpath, so we're all good. So we turn left and go along here. After a while you go past the co-op, and then you come to this like electric substation or whatever, and we're turning round to the right just here. Footpath splits and we're going round to the right, and then where that car's going through, we're carrying on through there along this footpath, and then we're turning right again, going over the river again. Very full, spectacularly full down there. There's some little waterfalls. That's interesting. Footway ahead closed. Let's see where that brings us, because we're wanting to go up there. I think that's round to the left and we're going up and to the right, so we'll be all right. That sign up there shows us where the Ringway is. Let's nip up to it. Here we go. Yeah, all good. Bit dirty at the moment, but I can see it says Ringway footpath. Round to the right, through next to the barrier, and then don't go up into the housing, just carry on round to the right to the other side of this beck and down the footpath. And again we've got the Ringway signs and Ringway footpath, so we're down here. Then when we get to a little fork where there are some steps that go down to the river, don't go down there, we're going up and to the left. So at that top of that little bit, see where the footpaths come down. Sign's missing, but it goes around to the right, past the golf club, to your right, round up this little bit of a hill, and then goes right near the end of the wall, but before the first house. So here we go, turn right and take the Ringway through the woods. The river's getting a bit full here, little stream, not quite up to the path, but I don't think I've ever seen it that full before. We've had a lot of rain in the last 24 hours. I don't think it'll get much wetter than this, but we're getting very close to the path being out here. Here we go, a few careful steps here before I fall in the water, but we're going up and out now, so that's the end of that. That's not too much of a problem. Just as you come along to that little pack horse bridge, there's a footpath off to the left. That's the one we need to take. Don't go up to the pack horse bridge or cross it, turn left and come round here, and this will be our way out. As we come away from that pack horse bridge, the path sort of splits. Don't go right, it gets really steep going that way. It's still steep this way, but we're going left and zigzagging up to the top. So that path brings us up to the top. We could have come up that way, but I thought I'd save you from it because it's a bit really steep at the top and slippy. So we go through this footpath to the end. At the end of that ginnel, we turn right and go down the hill all the way to the end of this road and out to the main road. So at the end of that road, we turn left. Sign's still there for the Ringway footpath, and we go up here, and just round the bend we cross and turn right, but don't cross yet because we're in the footpath the other side. So here we are, just coming around the bend, and you can still just about see traffic that way, see it that way, the footpath's just over there. It's all clear to cross, and we're off down here. Ringway footpath signs again. We're not going into the Girl Guiding Centre, we're going down and into the woods, and then we follow this path through the woods for a while, eventually to Harrogate Hustle. It's that wet through here that Burke's Crags, I don't think I've ever seen water flowing off them like that. It's quite spectacular really. You never catch it on film, that's why you have to come out here and experience it and run it for yourselves. Some nice steps here to go up. Enjoy running up them. At the top of those steps, and they're really steep and there are a lot of them, there's some amazing boulders as well. And as we come through behind the boulders, we get confirmation that we're still on the Ringway, and there is a way out to Harrogate here, but we don't take that. We carry on the Ringway, and you can tell that climb effect to me. So we don't go down that road. We carry, well, when I say straight on, it turns down to the right to begin with. So don't go out, turn down to the right, and follow that footpath off to the left when we get down. You can always go and have a look over those rocks if you want, quite spectacular views. With this section, just try and keep as close to the wall at the top as much as possible. There are one or two smaller footpaths leading off down, ignore them, just stay on the top one. And as you come down a little rocky section, the footpath bends round to the left. There's a bit that joins you from the right, but if you keep on it round to the left. Gets a bit rocky. You go past the end of a fence. Actually, I think it's through a, yeah, there's a broken bit of fence there. So you go through a fence and carry on through. I see a little bridge over one of the tributaries. It's quite beautiful down there. So over the bridge, actually I'm not sure why there's a bridge here, probably just keeps it a bit boggy. There's another bridge ahead and we're going to cross that one across the river, which is very fast flowing at the moment. And when we go across it, you're round to the left, up a little bit of a bank, through a hole in, oh actually no, just before the hole in the gate we go right. So we go up these little steps here, and we're still following the Harrogate Ringway. So it comes up here and then bends back round to the right, following this fence on the right. And there's your confirmation signs up there, Ringway footpath. No clear signage here, but I think we need to go on the outside of it, to be honest. That's interesting, there's a Ringway sign. Oh, we could have gone through it. So either way there would have done. Footpath to Pot Bank. Ringway footpath up here. So through the gap and carry on along with the fence to your left. Footpath bends around to the left, and then it's a straight line all the way down here to the main road. So at the end of that footpath, we go through a gate out to the main road, shut the gate, turn left and go down here to the traffic lights, to the crossroads just at the traffic lights, and turn right. So at the traffic lights, turn right and go down Beckwith Head Road and switch over to the left hand side of that where the footpath is, and that's also the police station as well. Go to the end of that road. So as we come to the end of that road, it's been uphill all the way from the police station, which has been lovely. We come to Lady Lane and we cross Lady Lane and go straight ahead. So we've just gone around a slight right bend and we got to Beckwith Cottage Farm, and you can see the footpath sign is pointing us down here. So this is the way to go. And just around the corner you can see you don't go over into the farmyard, you go straight across, and it says Ringway footpath, and we can see the stile ahead of us. So we're off over that stile, not far to go to the finish now. It's slippy today. You can see you go diagonally left across to the other side there, and then over that little stile, and there's a wall behind. It's almost like a little seat or a bench to climb over and into this little bit here. Ooh. And there we go, and down this little enclosed footpath. And at the end of that enclosed footpath, stone stile over a wall. Ooh. And we're going diagonally right across this field. You can see just about where the footpath goes across there to, I think it's going to that gate, but we'll find when we get there. Okay, so when we got there, it's not quite the gate. There's another stone stile just to the right of it. At the other side of that field, we've got a stile, and at the moment we've got a glove. 4 gloves today. My brother-in-law always says that when he goes out he counts the number of gloves. He's always seeing one. The amount of people that lose them. I'll just wait for this car to come, because we're going to go right here. I know I should be on the other side of the road, but given the traffic that we've got, I've just moved around and now move back. We'll be going off left soon. For those of you that have done this before in the other direction, you normally head off down that road, which is to the left here, and we in previous years have had the checkpoint in the car park of the Squinting Cat. So that's where the Squinting Cat is. I'm looking for him all day. And then we're gonna, there it is, one Squinting Cat, and then that's our footpath there, just ahead to the left. This road's busier than normal, but again it's sort of, I don't know, perhaps it's the time of day. Right. There we go, carefully into this field. a little rope catch, and then go along this side of the field to the end. We're turning right just here. I was about to go through there thinking it was going to get a bit wet, but then I noticed the footpath is just after, which is good. So the footpath, there's a little gate, through we go, and we're heading diagonally across and left to the corner. So in the corner of that field, another gate. Just go through this and we can see that the footpath, there's one going through there, but that's not the one we want. We want to go straight on, and we can see the next gate straight ahead. So we get to this and we really want to be just going straight on again. Straight on across these fields. The clue always is on the arrows. The arrows also tell you which way to go. Through here, close the gate, and then not obvious where we're going across this field. If you've got GPX you can follow it, but I'm just going to keep going this straight line towards that big tree. And according to my GPX it's just to the right of the tree. There's a bit of a little ridge going across the field. Need to be quite near to that. Looks like there's a corner or an end of a hedge up there, and that's probably where we're headed. Yeah, we just got to the end of that hedges, and that ridge is carrying across, so we're going to carry on following that ridge. There's a new plantation there to the left, so it's looking like we're going between the end of the next hedge and that plantation. A bit of a gap from the trees through there. Yeah, progress report, absolutely spot on. Conservation area to the left with new trees and that, and the footpath is just to the right of that. And then just as we get to nearly the end of the field and we can see a road down below, the footpath actually turns right and goes up here, and then it goes through a little gap in the hedge, squeeze through, and carries on up. We can see a gate at the top just to the right of this little ridge, and then just past that little broken gate it becomes a little bit more clear through this next field, and at the end of that field, gate there. That's the bottom of the gate. The big one's open, but it's shut. You'll have to go through the little one. Big blue here. See that the footpath takes us continuing in a straight line. And now we've got a gate to go through, so don't carry on the track. We're heading off round to the left in an enclosed footpath, again following the signs. So stay on footpath, dogs be kept on short leash at all times, through the gate, full of sheep, and we're heading straight across the field. You're going straight across and aiming to hit the corner of that fence and bush, and then go down the left hand side of it. Then in the far corner, a bit muddy, wooden stile next to the big house on the left, and over that stile and out to the road. Then when you get down to the road, we're turning right and crossing the road, and then going left down a footpath. There you go, footpath, ringway footpath, off to the right. And it's just there on the left there by the My Ring Sold sign. If that's still there. And you can can see we're through a gate here, and that's the Ringway footpath again. Oh, don't need to go through a gate. Kissing Gate, there we go. And down, follow the track round. Yeah, nice and slippy and boggy, so I would recommend quite strong grips for this section, but certainly not road shoes. Through and down, keep going down. Then at the bottom, Kissing Gate, and we're going over a bridge, over a stream. Lovely little bridge. And then we're going up through some woods. There we go. Quite full at the moment. Been raining today. There we go. Oh, looks like we've got a little flooded section here. Get your water wings out. Yep, definitely time for a swim. Oh well, straight through the middle. You can only get your feet wet once. And then out the other side. Oh, we're not quite at the woods yet. They're the woods we're going through. Across this field and through that gate. So at the top of the field, through the gate, turn right on the Ringway footpath. There we go. Shut the gate behind me. Oh, that's not quite shut. Turn right, and then immediately left, and the sign's just on the other side, leading us down a dip, and then we've got to go up through those woods and then out the other side. Interesting log wall there. Looks like perhaps they're building a flood defence there of logs. Wonder how that would work. Anyway, over another little stream. Love streams. Water looks so inviting. There we go. And then a bit more work done on this. So we've got an enclosed footpath and we'll just keep following it. So this is the killer hill just before the finish. Not far to go at all now. Probably about a mile or so. But I don't see many of you apart from perhaps front packers running up this bit. I'm knackered. Yay, I've made it to the top. Right. Gate at the top. Come on. Got it's a bit stiff. Perhaps Mark could treat you all with some WD-40. Oh no, actually you could reach around and lift the catch up there. Right, so we turn left. A little bit more climb to do, and then we swing round to the left and it's downhill all the way to the finish. So as we come downhill off of the that hill, we used to have this bit at the start. It's now at the finish, and you can see the footpath sign there, the end of the trees, turning left, and not far to go now at all. So Ringway footpath round to the left, being careful not to slip, and Ringway footpath, so straight along here. So at the bottom of that hill, say goodbye to those woods. There's a gate, and next to the gate, well, it's supposed to be a stile here, not a very good one. I'll get it reported, but it won't be fixed in time for the race, so climb over there and then follow the footpath along. Coming to the end of that field, some stone steps through a wall to negotiate. Here we go. Up, 1, 2, and down. 1, 2, and round. There we go. And down the enclosed footpath. And coming to the end of that closed footpath and the little road. which we just need to hop across. There we go, and down this enclosed footpath over a little stone stile and carry on down. I can smell the finish already. And at the end of this footpath we're going straight across again. Another little stone stile, crossing a road. There we go. Ringway signs again, all good. Just make sure there's something coming. Wait for that to come, and across we go. Private road residents only, and walkers and runners. As we're going down there's a footpath off to the right, ignore it, going through this gate here, although you can go to the side of it so you don't need to open it, and go through between these houses on the footpath, which then bends round to the right. That's the public footpath. Don't take the road down to the left unless you want to do another lap. So we're on the footpath which leads down here. That footpath turned into a road and went through some houses. It's pretty obvious though, just keep going in the same direction, and you come out to a road and we're turning right. The ringway is off to the left, but we're up at the village hall, which is just up here. You need to cross over the road. We'll co-op just there, and this road will lead around to the village hall. Come round, it actually pays if you can to get back across, but there wasn't a footpath that side. And then come up here because we're turning first right on Station Road, where it says post office. We're going up that way.